Hi, in this tutorial I'm gonna show you how to make this. So to get started, you're gonna need to download a wall texture. You can find those easily online. You're gonna need to download a free plugin from Video Copilot. You can follow the link in the description to do that, and then you can create a new composition. I'm gonna call it main. It's gonna be using the HDTV 1080 preset at 29.97 frames per second, and the duration is gonna be 5 seconds. So to get started, I'm gonna select my background image and I'm gonna drop it into the composition. Then I'm going to scale it down and I'm going to press Shift while doing it so that it remains proportional. The next step is gonna be to click and hold on the rectangle tool and then select the ellipse tool. And then with this background image selected, double click on the ellipse tool, and as you can see, it's going to be automatically created and it's going to be touching the edges of the image. So I'm going to open this mask, and first of all I'm going to increase the mask feather like that, and I'm going to decrease the mask expansion. So we have something that looks like this. Now I'm also going to set the mask opacity to around 50%, and that's about it. We simply created a vignette and we made the background darker. So right now we can close this image and we can move on. Right now I'm going to select the type tool, and the font that I'm going to be using is called Neon. It's free, you can find it online, and it looks good for this effect. So I'm going to type in exit, and after typing in my text, I'm simply going to align it to the center of the composition. So right now we're going to create a new solid, and I'm gonna name that solid text. And then we're gonna go into the effects and presets panel, and we're gonna search for the saber effect, which we've downloaded, and we're gonna apply it to the solid. So right now we're going to open the render settings and we're going to set the composite settings to transparent. So this way we're going to be able to see the background. Then we're going to go into customize core and we're going to set the core type to text layer. And then obviously we're going to select our text layer. So after selecting the text layer, you can disable the visibility of the text layer itself. And right now we're going to customize these options right here. So first of all, we're going to change the preset to neon. Then I'm going to change the color. I'm going to use green, something like that. And right now we're going to adjust the glow intensity. We're going to set the glow intensity to 30%, the core size to 3. And as you can see, that's pretty much it. We already have a really nice neon effect. You could decrease the glow spread to around 2 and maybe the glow bias to 0. So this is what we have so far. The next step is going to be creating a new solid, and I'm going to rename this to frame. And I'm going to select this saber effect from the text solid. I'm going to press Ctrl C to copy it, and I'm going to paste it to this frame solid. So right now we're going to click on the ellipse tool. We're going to click and hold until we can select the rectangle tool, and then we're simply going to draw a rectangle mask on the frame solid around our text. So after drawing this mask, you need to change the core type on the frame solid to layer masks, and this is what we have right now. So since we had to draw the mask ourselves, if it needs slight repositioning, you can use the arrow keys to do that. So this right now is what we made so far. So for the frame solid, we're going to slightly adjust the glow intensity. We're going to bring it up to around 45%, because as you can see right here, we have these neon lines that are tightly spaced and they create a stronger glow than this single line of the frame. So right now this looks better. And the next step is going to be animating this. So we're going to select the frame solid and we're going to press T, which is going to show us the opacity property. And we're going to click on this stopwatch, which is going to create a keyframe. So we're going to set the value to 0, and then we're going to press page down 2 times so that we move the playhead 2 frames forwards, and we're going to set the opacity to 100. So this is what we've animated so far. And now we're going to make this flicker. So we're going to press page down 2 more times, and we're going to set the opacity to 0. Then we're going to press page down 2 times, then we're going to create a keyframe, so the value is not going to change for these 2 frames, and then again, move 2 frames forwards and set the value to 100, and then repeat the process for several times until we reach around the 20 frame mark. Now for the final set of keyframes, I'm going to create a gap of 1, 2, 3, 4 frames, and then I'm going to set the value to 100, and this is what we made by animating the opacity. So right now I'm going to select these keyframes and I'm going to press Ctrl C, and then I'm going to paste them to the text. So we have them animating like that, and to make this animation look a little bit better, I'm simply going to offset the text by 2 frames, so by the time this frame turns on, the text starts to turn on and the frame turns off, so they're a bit off sync, and that looks a bit more realistic. Again, I'm going to select this set of keyframes, press Ctrl C to copy it, and I'm also going to paste it to the wall background. So right now, as you can see, the background lights up as these lights appear, and to make this look even more realistic, we're simply going to select these 2 solids and we're going to pre-compose them. I'm going to name the pre-comp neon, and then back inside of the main composition, I'm going to duplicate it and I'm going to rename the bottom one to shadow. And right now we're going to be searching for an effect which is called tint, and we're going to apply it to the shadow pre-comp, and we're going to set map white to black. So I'm going to disable this pre-comp so that you can see what we have right now. So we simply have a black outline of our neon shapes. We're going to press T and we're going to set the opacity to 50% so that this looks like a shadow. And then simply by using the arrow keys, we're going to move the shadow down and also to the left or to the right. It's pretty much up to you. And this is simply going to make our effect look a bit more realistic. So this is what we have so far. So this might take a bit longer to preview, and after it does, you're gonna see the effect that we've made. That's it for this tutorial. For more tutorials, please check out my channel. Thank you for watching and see you next time.